If a man doesn't see value in your help, your wisdom, your input, or your presence, that is not marriage. That is management. I am addressing ladies in this video. Sis, let me tell you something that might shock you, but that you should let sink into your soul. Do not marry a man who doesn't need your help. I said it. You might think that you're saving yourself stress, but in the long run, you could be setting yourself up for frustration and deep regret. I know it sounds strange because the world tells us to go for the man who has it all together. But the truth is, marriage is not about perfection. It's about partnership. Now, I encourage you to stay with me because by the end of this video, you will understand why God designed women as helpers and not extras. Hey family, welcome back to the channel where we talk about faith, love, and building real life relationships that last with biblical wisdom. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that already, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. I am Dr. Omolola Omoshebi and I am excited and happy to share with you again in this video. Let's start from the beginning. Genesis chapter 2 verse 18 says, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him." Notice that, a helper suitable. That word helper doesn't mean servant. It doesn't mean maid or subordinate. In Hebrew, it's ezer kenegdo, the same word that is used for God when he helps humanity. That means God created the woman as a powerful spiritual and emotional ally to the man, someone that brings strength where he is weak and insight where he lacks clarity. So, if you marry a man who doesn't think he needs your help, your voice, or your perspective, what role are you then going to play in his life? You will definitely be tolerated and not celebrated. You will be present, but not impactful. You will exist, but not connect. And let me tell you this, that is definitely not God's plan for marriage. Now, let's talk about the kind of man who doesn't need your help. He is that man who thinks he knows it all. He doesn't ask for your opinion, and when you give it, he dismisses it. He believes that his achievements are enough and your presence is optional. You can't build with such a man because he doesn't want to build. He just wants to reign. And Proverbs chapter 12 verse 15 says, "The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkens unto counsel is wise." A man who doesn't need counsel, correction, or help, even from the wife that God sent to him, is headed for pride and destruction. Marriage is not for kings without queens. It's for partners on equal spiritual ground. If you only want a trophy wife, he will eventually put you on the shelf. Is that what you want? Trust me, you're more valuable than that. Let's be real. Many women regret their marriages, not because their husbands are poor or unfaithful, but because they feel useless. They feel unseen. You were created with gifts, wisdom, ideas, and a prophetic instinct. But when you try to contribute, you're silenced. Imagine how that makes you feel. You pray, but it mocks your faith. He actually thinks that you're doing too much. You advise him, but he ignores you. You try to love him, but he sees your love as intrusion. That is emotional isolation. Do you remember Abigail in 1 Samuel chapter 25? She was married to Nabal, a foolish man for that matter, who thought he needed no help or advice. But Abigail had discernment. When Nabal's arrogance almost cost them their lives, she had to step in. She intervened respectfully, wisely, and courageously, and God honored her. Guess what? When David later met Abigail, he saw not just a beautiful woman, but a woman who had value. Ladies, don't marry a man who shuts down your voice. God has given you a voice of wisdom. You are not a decoration. You are a destiny partner. What then should you look for instead? What kind of man should you marry? A man who values your input. He listens before making decisions. A man that prays with you, not just for you. A man who invites you into his process, not just his pleasure. A man who sees your strength as a blessing and not a threat. See, my sister, marriage is not about completing each other emotionally alone. It's about complementing each other spiritually. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9 and 10 says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. If one falls, the other lifts him up." That's the kind of partnership that you want, where you both rise higher together, not one pulling while the other resists. Okay, maybe you're watching this and you're saying, but I'm already married to that kind of man. I say to you, don't panic. Don't despair. Start by praying for his heart. Pray for that man. God can soften even the hardest of hearts. He owns the heart of kings. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 1 and 2 also encourages wives to win their husbands over by their conduct and not by endless arguments. Here's my advice. Be wise. Speak with grace. Let your results speak louder than your words. And while you're praying for change, do not lose yourself. I say it again. Do not lose yourself. Keep growing. Keep learning. Keep walking with God, because a woman that walks closely with God is never without influence. Remember, you are called to be a helper, but you can only help a man who knows that he needs help. Don't let your desire to marry blind you to the truth about his character. If he won't let you contribute before marriage, he won't start after marriage. You see, marriage isn't about sitting pretty. It is about building purpose together. God didn't give Eve to Adam because Adam was weak. He gave her because Adam had work to do. A man who is not doing anything with his life won't even recognize the value of your help. So, choose wisely, pray deeply, and be purposeful when it comes to who you're going to get married to. Now, tell me in the comments, what's one quality that you have now realized is non-negotiable in a man before marriage? Let's talk. I would love to read from you. So drop your comment in the comment section. And remember, your comment might actually help someone else make a wise decision. And if this blessed you, share it with a sister who needs this truth. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly discussions on faith, relationships, and purpose. Remember, a godly marriage is not built on perfection. It is built on partnership. You were born to help build and not to be ignored. Until I come your way in the next video, stay blessed and keep shining. Bye-bye.